Hello, this is your captain speaking. Today I'm playing Kerbal Space Program .24. I've been really excited for this update. If you don't know, this update is adding contracts and currency to buy your parts and reuse. Well, you return your vehicles to get more money back for them. So I'm just going to start a new career. Ooh, there's just a science mode now too. In science mode, you must gather scientific data to research new technologies. Career mode, you have to, manage all aspects? That sounds awesome. So you can just do a separate science mode without budgeting, but that doesn't sound as fun to me as budgeting. Because I'm an old man, and I enjoy my budgeting from time to time. 401k, tax exemptions, merger. Those are business words. See, now they have all these new flags too, so you can represent whatever country you like. I'm gonna go with the C7 Aerospace division because it kind of looks like the N7 logo from Mass Effect, of which I'm a very big fan. What should I name this campaign? Budget Space Program. Fantastic. Alright, this is going to be the start to a beautiful adventure. Let's go. Alright, so you can see here we're at the Space Center, and now we have this new little building down here for contracts that wasn't there before. And these two first missions are pretty simple. I'm sure you've seen them in the introduction video that Squad put out there for this. It's, launch a vehicle and set altitude record of 5,000 meters. Those are both things that are very, very easy. So I'm going to do them in this first contract right here. Alright, so this is my basic starter, beginning of the game ship. I'm calling it the Reckless Endeavor Mark 1, and it should be able to very easily complete these first few contracts. I added a little antenna on here so I can transmit crew reports as I go up into the lower levels of the atmosphere. Let's get some science done on this mission as much as we can. I can get some flying in Kerbal and maybe Kerbal upper... No, I can't get Kerbal upper atmosphere for this, but I can get flying at Kerbal, which is very useful. If I get up high enough, which hopefully I will be able to, I can pop out my EVA and get a little EVA report from Jebediah Kerbal down here. Try and knock out as much science as I can on the first mission so I can unlock some branches. I just reached both of my mission goals, contract complete for 5,000 meters and launch a new vessel. I guess I just trash these when I'm done with them. Alright, cool. I don't have any fuel to make it back. Well, I don't have any fuel to land myself safely, so I'm probably going to lose this engine down here, but that's okay, because I'll still make enough money from the rest of the scraps. Because of the nature of this game, I'm probably going to be fast-forwarding and doing voiceovers a lot, because there's a lot of wait time that goes on. So, this is future Damien at your acquaintance. And we're coming in for a landing towards the space center here. I might just land on the little track, which might put me at a weird angle, which might compromise more parts of the mission. I'm gonna pop my chute now that I'm about 500 meters. Gonna be a nice, safe, happy landing. Gonna fizz accelerate until I'm down to the ground and then collect the money I saved on this mission by switching to Geico. I'm not sponsored by Geico, but you know. Oh shit, I broke another fuel tank. Dang it. Well, I'll call that a successful mission regardless, as I recovered. Alright, there's a new window here that shows, of course, the science that was always there, but now there's this parts window, which shows what I could have saved on all these things, but didn't because they broke, and didn't save any money on fuel, because it didn't save any fuel, but all this stuff remained around, and that's great. 4 parts, 3 resources recovered at KSC, 98% of the value, so I recovered 98% of the value of that mission. That's fantastic. And Jebediah Kerbal is available for new missions. I don't want him to be my main guy, though, so I'm going to go to the hiring place and see who has an interesting name. I'm going to go with Edmore Kerbal. Podus, who I shall name Podrick Kerbal. He has no courage and some stupidity. What a hero. And I'm going to go with Malebly Kerbal and Tedstead Kerbal. Tedstead Vastrong. That's not a real last name. I just made that up. Alright, I'm gonna go to the research center. I'm gonna pick myself up some scientific research. Oh, by the way, I have KW Rocketry and B9 as the mods I have installed. I prefer them because they're very simple. They just add they just add part updates to the game. They don't break anything, which I don't want to play a broken Kerbal space program where it's just way too easy, but I also don't want to play one that's like, I don't know, I just feel the actual base release. This is a lot of fucking missions. Holy crap. Wow. I'm gonna go with these simple ones down here. Escape the atmosphere, and orbit Kerbal seems a little bit ahead of my technology level, but I'll try it out regardless. Set altitude record of 22,000 meters. I can do that. That's easy. I almost did it on that last mission there. I guess the test missions, they give you the part to test, like a finite amount, and you can test it and keep it and get that part earlier than when you would unlock it in the tech tree. That's fantastic. Alright, now I'm gonna do these contracts and collect on them. Alright, so here we have the Reckless Endeavor Mark II, and this is going to be the ship that hopefully gets us into orbit. Will probably just get us into space, but I'm gonna damn well try to get us to the moon. No, I'm not gonna try to go to the moon, that's crazy. Anyway, you see here I have it outfitted with some mystery science goo, so as I'm punching through the atmosphere valiantly, I can collect some more sweet, sweet science. Here we go. We have liftoff! Another successful craft that will successfully make it to space. Future Damien here. While past Damien blithers on about a bunch of crap that nobody cares about, I realize that I cannot complete that contract for that solid rocket booster because it has to be done at a certain altitude. My bad. Sorry. Gonna collect some science while I'm on my way up. Crew report. I'll do a transmission of that. Oops, I have the antenna sticking through the science module there, but that's absolutely fine because you know what? What's a physics sim with physics, right? Lame, probably. I'm an idiot. Oops. Gosh dang it. Well, we can see here my velocity is picking up quite a lot, and I might actually be able to get into suborbital trajectory with this. In fact, that's exactly where I'm going. I'm going to go to about 90,000 meters and then try and round it out to an orbit there, but I might not be able to get into a full orbit. I've already achieved my altitude of 22,000 meters, and I'm probably going to reach space because the atmosphere ends, like, what's it, 72,000 meters? I'm just not sure I can get the contract for getting to orbit, but I'm going to try, and I'm damned if I don't. Alright, now that I'm pretty close to the top of my parabola, I'm gonna get out and do a little bit of EVA science. Edmore Kerbal is zipping around, traveling at immensely fast speeds, even though you wouldn't know it because I'm floating relative to this ship. I think physics is the coolest shit, and if you don't, you're probably wrong, or like, I don't know, maybe you just have different interests than I do, which is fine, really, but I would really like it if more people were into space like I am. Because then it has something to talk about at parties! Yay! Alright, we just topped off our parabola here, which means I'm probably not going to get into orbit because I wasn't paying attention properly, but I'm going to try nonetheless. Gonna do a little bit of burn towards my prograde marker here. I have a Skype message that I can't check because I'm playing the game right now. I'm sorry to whomever that may be. But, oh well. How much fuel do I have left? I don't want to burn myself out here. I'm not going to be able to get this thing into orbit. Gadzooks. Zounds. Gosh, golly darn. Oh well. I'll just burn out all the fuel that's left in here and... Ooh, can I get orbit? Can has orbit? Oh, I'm going to try and round that out as best as I can on as little fuel as possible. So, no. There we go. I want to try and do that. That's a 3-second burn. I don't have that kind of fuel, but I'm gonna try to burn for it. Oh, this is orbit. I'm kind of in orbit. Just a little bit more. I don't want to completely burn myself out of fuel here. I've got 10 fuel left. I gotta leave myself with at least 5 fuel, I'm guessing, to be able to get back. Come on. 60,000. That's gotta be close right there. Alright, I'm gonna try doing that. Hopefully this counts as an orbit. Wait a second. I totally think this counts as an orbit. I'm going back up again, and my my apoapse over here is barely lowering, so this totally counts as an orbit. What the hell, game? Come on. I can't fast forward anymore. Did they, like, lower the circumstances for being able to fast forward? If so, that's kind of frustrating, because it means this game just got a lot slower. Unless I'm just a dumbass and totally wrong, which is probably the case here. Future Damien here? Yes, that was exactly just the case. But I'm not entirely an idiot, because while I was on the dark side of Kerbal in the night, I devised a plan to get myself up into orbit. I guess it's still not counting as orbit, because I'm not technically all the way above the atmosphere yet. And I don't want to strand myself out here with any fuel, so what I'm going to do is the get out and push method. And I'm going to push the bucket, it's on full orbit, hopefully. You'll do it, I'm going to shit, like, fuck it. Careful position. It's still it. Come on, why is it so frustrating? Alright, I'll get out and actually push. Oh! Oh, I did it! I did it! I achieved orbit! By getting out and pushing! That actually worked! Alright, so now I'm going to, hopefully with my very small amount of EVA propellant, I should have plenty, I'll be perfectly fine, get back into my ship and return to the surface of Kerbal, a hero! Edmore, the hero space Kerbal, who made it to hero space, a league of space few dare to even dream of. What the fuck am I even talking about? I'm going to burn right here so I can bring myself down with the remaining fuel I have, which, believe me, really isn't that much. Hopefully this should be enough to get me back down to the surface. Great, I'm suborbital again. Looks like I'll be landing a little bit in the twilight side of Kerbal, which is fine. And as Edmore Kerbal plummets to the surface of Kerbal, he takes a moment to admire how beautiful the world is, and even tries to get a look at the space center on the way down, before burning through the atmosphere at lightning speeds. Don't land too fast. Oh, I almost time excel blasted my, my parachute off. Hey, there's the moon up there. Hey, bud. Alright, I'm gonna come in for a landing here. Hopefully the splashdown won't destroy every little bit of technology on my ship. There we go. Please don't break everything. And it broke my whole engine column, but Edmore Kerbal has successfully made it back to the planet Kerbal, with both of the science modules still intact, and my reputation shot way up. I collected 48.6 science on this venture. A lot of it was beamed back by me while I was up there. I made back 85.8% of my money from this mission, and Edmore Kerbal is now hailed as a hero. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe and like and comment if you want to. I'm definitely going to be doing a lot of Let's Plays in Kerbal Space Program, as it is one of my favorite games. I've sunk like 240 hours into it so far, and I've certainly always wanted to record it, but I was just waiting for this patch for the right moment. So, thank you for watching. This is your captain signing off. Bye.